Hey guys, welcome to Galaxy Sparkles, where I turn imagination into reality. Thank you for tuning in and giving me a few minutes of your time. Leave a comment below and let me know how my craftsmanship has came along. Also like and share this video. And if you'd like to watch my progression as a one-stop shop, subscribe and let us take the journey together. Galaxy Sparkles. Good morning, guys. It's Tuesday, March 11th, 2025. Free will. Do you have complete free will of your life? Well, guys, let me tell you, in my experience, I would say absolutely not. You do not have free will as you think. You are a pre-programmed entity, or maybe you have hacked this entity and you may now possess free will. This, guys, I know I was once a pre-programmed entity. I was ahead of time, guys. 7 to 15 seconds, according to the University of California. I was 100% ahead of actual time. I was in time itself, in the presence of actual time. For I knew every conversation. I knew it word for word, the entire conversation that was going to be had. And that conversation was delivered 15 seconds, approximately 15 seconds after I perceived what was fixing to be said. I knew every word on the Scrabble board that was going to be played before it was played. I was in the present moment of time. Is there a time even further advanced than that downloads into that particular branch of time and then comes down to us? Is it descended from even above that particular time? Does that make sense? Guys, I have so many rabbit holes that I've been down. And me telling you that I was ahead of time and free will, got to get back to this before I lose track. Free will, guys. I had zero free will, for I knew the conversation that was going to be had and I could not change it because I knew this one particular man was going to say one thing and I knew my next line that was going to come out of my mouth and I was going to trick the system. Instead of me saying this, I was actually going to use my free will and force another line. Guys, this did not happen. I was prepared to do my forced line, but out of my tongue, out of my lips came the pre-programmed line. Guys, free will is an illusion unless this entity is hackable, and that I am on so many different levels of so many different things. I've been down several rabbit holes trying to find the answers, trying to find the hackable system. Is this system hackable? Guys, I know it has to be hackable. Look at the world that's going on. Look at what's going on in the world. I mean, there is so many questions, so many unanswered answers that I have, and I am following these deep rabbit holes, guys. I'm diving deep into so many different cool freaking aspects of reality. I know we're living in a simulation, guys. I know I'm living in a simulation. I wager my life on it, guys, that I am living in a simulation. Yes, we'll talk about more about this later. I know I'm not the only one that feels this way. I know I'm not the only one that's been ahead of time, for I've heard so many different stories. Guys, this is a simulation that I live. You may be flesh and bone. You may think you're flesh and bone when in reality you're just a vibrational, you're a proton, you're a neutron, and a photon mixed with carbon. Guys, it's just, there's so many different things. I have so much I want to say and I just can't expel it all in one video. So it's just going to be a lengthy, I'm going to post videos every day about so many cool different things, guys, because I am so well-rounded in so many different aspects of life, and I have so much information inside of this entity that I just want to let out to the universe, guys. The universe has filled me with so much knowledge, and I just want to expel it, but I just can't. There's not enough time in one video to just let it flow into an understanding of you understanding what I know inside of me. So with that being said, guys, do we have free will? I know I did not have free will in that moment. Has this system been hacked since? Guys, it's highly possible. Are our emotions truly ours? Guys, I don't even know if the emotions that dwell within us and that erupt, we may just be the observer of this vessel, of this entity. And then I went down into another rabbit hole that maybe my brain has actually made up the observer. Guys, it's such deep rabbit holes that keeps leading me right back to where I once started. I mean, it's just a continuous loop. Maybe kind of like this soul trap we're in. It seems we're in a continuous, recycled soul trap where we live, we die. They have all the relics. They have all the knowledge. You know, I'm sure they can download their consciousness into each entity as they desire, for they have all the knowledge. They have all the understanding. Is that why certain families have been in such power for so long? Because they have all this knowledge, all this understanding. For Rome did not fall. Rome was rebuilt, guys, through the Vatican. Rome didn't fall. They just merged into what now is the Vatican. They have all the knowledge, all the power. And there's just so much, guys. So many rabbit holes I've been down, and we're trying to stick to free will. I'm trying not to get off topic. I have so much information that's led me right back to where I was. Is this system, is this entity hackable? It has to be, for they know, guys, they know how to do certain things. And which also leads me to, do they know all? This may be 2025, guys, but in my imagination, this could be easily 14 billion 2025. The year 14 billion 2025, guys. We could be that much further advanced, and you just can't realize it, for the technology is so grand, so vast, that it is able to produce a life such as this that seems physical, that seems tangible, but yet it's just false. It's just neutrons and all that electrons that vibrate together that create this on a certain frequency, guys. You know, if you could vibrate with this. Anyway, we're not going to get into all that, guys. I have so much information, and I just want to ramble and go because my mind actually outruns my mouth, and it's hard for my mouth to keep up on my mind. And I lose my topic, and I can get off into so much. But free will, guys, I think we are just observers of this entity, and choices are not yours. You just think. I think we're going to get started on this ring and leave it at that. I don't think life is free will as you think it is. But can this system be hacked? Can it be hacked to where you truly do have free will? This is the question I am seeking, guys. And if you have any answers, leave it in the comments. Y'all hang tight. All right, guys. This is the beginning stages of the two-strand band of free will. The two-strand band ring of free will. Do we truly have free will, guys? For I do truly question this. I have dove deep in many different areas of this area, and the answers that I have received led me right back to the exact same starting spot of just the experience itself. And I am a gambling man, not as gambly as I once was, but I gamble my entire being, my entire life experience this far, my life, that I am definitely 100% in a simulation. I wager my life on that, guys. And to be able to be ahead of time, not able to change the scripted words that I knew were fixing to be said, just lets me know that this is 100% a scripted life. But the question that remains is, can it be hacked and changed? That is the gosh dang ultimate question. And that's what I'm going to try to continue searching and find out, guys. So here we go. Y'all hang tight. All right, guys, we're going to mount this ring to the bezel, and we're going to see what happens here. Everything should flow nice and smooth. This is a pretty cool, unique ring, if I may say so myself. Very pleased so far with the outcome, that's for sure. What I plan on doing is actually heating the ring itself up first, getting it nice and hot, and working my way down to the bezel itself. That way we get hopefully a nice even flow, and hopefully all this thing don't come apart on us. So let's see what happens here. Should be enough solder on everything to where I ain't got to drop no solder on it. Alright, we're starting to flow on that side already. Alright guys, it does appear we're about there. I want this thing to really last, so I'm going to verify. Alright guys, I'm going to call that good for everything starts coming apart. So let's see what happens here. I'm going to take a peek at it, a little closer look, put my good eye on it and see what happens. Here we go, y'all hang tight. Alright guys, we have completed the ring of free will. Let me know in the comments if you truly believe that you have free will over your entity, your entire being. Or are you just an observer? Or has your mind just made up the observer? Do you truly believe we live in only 2025, or is it possible that it's a simulation? What are your ideas of life, guys? I know my mind is wide open and full of questions. I've dove deep for many, many years into so many different subjects. I have so much knowledge, and it's left me right back where I started with questions, more questions, but lots of possibilities and capabilities. Guys, they dreamed of the plane before it flew through the air. My ideas are so much further advanced than what we actually live in. So, am I way ahead of my time, or am I just crazy? Let me know in the comments. Guys, I grade this ring a C+. If I could polish this thing, it would probably still remain a C+, even if I could polish it, because everything is just not quite perfect, but it's perfect for me because my perspective has moved to an idea that I can see. I see this ring much differently than you. We could go through life side by side, you and I, share the same experiences for 100 years, seeing shoulder to shoulder the same experience, shoulder to shoulder, and have a different perspective of life, different ideas, different views, different understandings. That's what's so wonderful about this, I think, pre-programmed life, guys. And are we just the entity observing the emotions, observing the thoughts, living out the experiences that are pre-programmed? And are these pre-programs that I know that exist because I lived it, I experienced it? And you can never take that understanding or that idea or that experience away. Is that pre-programmed entity hackable? Have I hacked my own system? Guys, there's so many questions. So many questions. All right, guys, we're going to keep digging deep, keep figuring it out, and see where it leads us. Here we go. Y'all hang tight. We'll see y'all tomorrow. And like always, I'm going to leave you a huge energy ball. Full of energy, full of imagination, full of love, full of joy, full of happiness, and full of connectedness. Guys, I cast that out throughout the multiverses to the multiple versions of yourself. And if you happen to see it coming, you better gosh damn brace yourself because it will change you. All right, guys, we'll see y'all tomorrow. Y'all hang tight.